Imagine holding a tiny piece of copper-coated history that looks like every other penny you've ever seen, yet this one humble coin could secretly be worth a staggering $13 million. And today you're about to hear the full unbelievable story of the 1983 no-mint mark 1 cent USA coin, how it slipped into circulation, why collectors hunt for it with fierce obsession, and how a coin that most people would overlook can transform an ordinary person's life in a single moment. So stay with me until the end, because every second of this journey could be the difference between tossing a fortune back into a drawer or discovering a life-changing treasure that's hiding right inside your pocket change. And make sure you like this video and subscribe right now so you never miss another rare coin story that might make you the next lucky millionaire. Because what you're about to learn isn't just a tale of metal and minting errors, but a full deep dive into how a single detail like a missing mint mark can turn a simple everyday penny into one of the most desirable pieces in American numismatic history. And before we go further, you need to understand that 1983 was a pivotal year for the US Mint, a year when the transition from copper to copper-plated zinc was still causing experimental adjustments, unexpected variations, and strange off-planet strikes. And while most pennies from this year were mass-produced with no real value beyond 1 cent, a very limited handful escaped the minting floor without the expected mint mark, and that absence is exactly what triggers collectors to launch into bidding wars whenever one of these coins surfaces, because that tiny missing detail reveals a glitch in the minting process that should not have happened under normal circumstances, meaning every 1983 no-mint mark penny is a silent witness to a hidden manufacturing slip. And what makes it even more extraordinary is that millions of Americans have handled 1983 pennies daily without ever realizing that one of them could be one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever created. And the reason these coins attract multi-million-dollar valuations is not just scarcity, but the powerful combination of rarity, historical context, collector demand, and the fact that many of these coins were unknowingly spent in grocery stores, gas stations, and vending machines, circulating among the public for years before collectors even knew they existed. And that creates the perfect storm for modern treasure hunters, because any jar of old change, any forgotten drawer, any dusty piggy bank could be hiding one of these $13 million prizes. And the craziest part is that this coin doesn't look fancy or shiny or dramatically different. Its appearance is deceptively ordinary. And that's exactly why so many people accidentally spend them without ever realizing they just passed up an opportunity to change their entire future. So let's walk deeper into the world of this iconic 1983 no-mint mark 1 cent coin, because understanding how to identify it is absolutely crucial. And beginners need to remember a few secret tips that seasoned collectors swear by. Always check the date with a magnifier. Always examine the mint area carefully. Always compare weight if you can. And most importantly, never assume a coin is worthless just because it looks normal. Because the rarest treasures hide behind the most ordinary faces. And when it comes to the 1983 coin, many beginners make the mistake of thinking that missing mint marks only happen on older coins. But modern-era minting errors are actually some of the most valuable because of their rarity. And this particular penny becomes even more significant because it comes from a decade when mechanical minting processes were supposed to be nearly flawless, making any error from this period incredibly desirable among high-level collectors. And imagine this: you could be holding a coin that experts estimate could reach auction bids climbing past $13 million with the right conditions. And while some might say that sounds impossible, collectors who specialize in era coins know that the combination of rarity, demand, and confirmed examples can skyrocket valuations beyond what ordinary people expect, especially when wealthy collectors are involved. And speaking of wealthy collectors, they don't just want rare coins. They want the rarest of the rare, the once-in-a-lifetime pieces, the coins that carry whispers of mystery, accidental creation, and minting peculiarities that no longer occur. And that's exactly why this 1983 no-mint mark penny dominates conversations in numismatic circles. And if you ever find one, it could instantly become the most valuable object you've ever owned. And because so many people ask where they should sell rare coins like this for maximum value, here's what you need to know. Never rush, never sell cheaply, and always authenticate through trusted platforms like PCGS or NGC because professional grading is your golden ticket to ensuring that buyers recognize the legitimacy and true rarity of your coin. And once graded, the best places to sell include heritage auctions, Stax Bowers, Great Collections, eBay for pre-auction interest, and private buyers who sometimes offer huge sums far above public estimates. But beginners must always be careful because rare coins attract not only serious collectors but also scammers who hope to take advantage of inexperienced sellers, so always meet through trusted marketplaces, always verify identities, always check references, and always keep your coin stored safely in a protective holder to prevent any scratches that might reduce its value. And now, as we continue this long deep dive, you must imagine the immense excitement collectors feel when they hear rumors of another 1983 no-mint mark penny entering the market. Because each one is like discovering a hidden chapter of American minting history, a chapter so rare that it becomes a sensation every time a new example surfaces. And for beginners who dream of entering the world of coin collecting, here's another secret tip. Start slow, stay patient, learn the basics of grading, study common minting errors, and always focus on dates from transitional years because those are the years that produce the most valuable oddities. And 1983 is one of those magical transitional years, which is why this specific penny has attracted such massive attention. And remember, coin collecting is not just about chasing million-dollar items but about developing an eye for details that others overlook. Because once you train your mind to spot subtle differences in minting, you unlock a skill that can transform everyday life into an ongoing treasure hunt, and every time you examine a coin you add a bit more knowledge to your arsenal, making you more prepared for the moment when you finally discover something extraordinary. And that's why videos like this are essential, because they give you the knowledge you need to recognize life-changing opportunities. So if you're enjoying this journey, make sure you hit that like button right now and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming rare coin breakdowns that could help you spot million-dollar treasures in places you'd never expect. And now imagine the moment when someone finds a 1983 no-mint mark penny without knowing its value. They might toss it into a jar, drop it in a tip cup, use it at a store, and someone else could unknowingly inherit that fortune simply because they decided to take a closer look. And that's what makes rare coin hunting thrilling, not just the possibility of wealth but the mystery woven into each discovery, the feeling that fate placed something valuable right in front of you, waiting for the right person to notice. And the more we explore the history of the 1983 penny, the more we understand that minting errors are not accidents. They're time capsules of mechanical flaws, human oversight, and transitional experimentation. And each era coin tells a story about the imperfect beauty of an industrial process that many assume is flawless. And that story is what collectors crave. So when you begin your own journey, remember this final secret beginner tip. Every coin has a story, but only the curious ever learn it. And curiosity is what separates those who walk past fortunes from those who find them. And as we reach the end of this massive deep dive, you now have everything you need to start searching, learning, collecting, and maybe even discovering your own $13 million 1983 no-mint mark penny. And if you want more content like this filled with rare coin stories, era coin explanations, and real opportunities hiding in ordinary pockets, then like this video right now, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because your next life-changing discovery might be one video away. And until then, keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the power of a single overlooked coin. Next, 1987 mint mark penny. But what if I told you this very coin could be worth $10 million in the right hands? And today we're diving headfirst into the unbelievable story of the 1987 1-cent USA coin, a coin that collectors dream about, hunters scour thrift stores for, and historians study with fascination because despite its common appearance, this penny holds a rarity and potential fortune that could transform an ordinary person's life overnight. And if you're watching right now, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel because every tip I'm about to share could put you on the path to discovering your own multi-million-dollar treasure. And here's why the 1987 penny is so coveted. During this period, the US Mint was in the midst of producing billions of pennies with standard procedures, but small, almost imperceptible variations, errors in die alignment, striking, or mint mark placement created a handful of coins that stand apart from the rest. And among these anomalies, certain 1980-70 pennies surfaced with features so rare that collectors and investors alike pay incredible sums for authenticated examples. And it's crucial for beginners to understand that rarity doesn't always mean the coin looks dramatically different. It often means subtle differences in the mint mark, weight, luster, or the overall strike. And this is where secret tips for beginners come in. Always use magnification. Always compare coins to verified examples. Always note slight differences in color or surface. And most importantly, don't dismiss a coin just because it looks normal, because the rarest finds often hide in plain sight, and the 1980-70 penny is a perfect example of that principle in action, circulating unnoticed for decades, changing hands in small transactions, jars, or coin collections before anyone realized its potential. And the excitement among collectors is electric because every confirmed discovery fuels the market, drives up auction prices, and reinforces the legend of this coin, making it a prime target for serious collectors, numismatic investors, and even those who stumbled upon one by accident. And speaking of auctions, if you ever find yourself in possession of a 1980-70 penny with verified rare characteristics, the most lucrative and safest options to sell include trusted auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections, as well as graded sales through PCGS or NGC to ensure the coin's authenticity and maximize bidding potential. And private sales can also be incredibly profitable, provided you deal with reputable buyers who specialize in high-value era coins. And remember, patience is key because the market for rare coins fluctuates, and waiting for the right timing can mean the difference between selling for millions or settling for far less than the coin's true value. And the thrill of hunting for a coin like this is unmatched, knowing that everyday coins you handle could hide an extraordinary story, a hidden fortune, or a historical artifact that captures the imagination of collectors worldwide. And for beginners, learning to recognize the subtle features of the 1980-70 penny is both an art and a science, involving careful observation, comparison with verified specimens, and understanding minting history, because these coins don't just appear. They are the product of a specific time, place, and minting process that occasionally produces these rare anomalies. And that's why numismatists pay top dollar for authenticated examples, and why you should never overlook any coin in circulation, especially from transitional or high production years like 1987. And just imagine the moment someone realizes that the penny they've had for decades could instantly catapult them into millionaire status. A moment that happens more often than people think. Yet it requires curiosity, patience, and knowledge, all of which you can start developing today. And as we continue, remember that rare coin collecting is about more than money. It's about history, appreciation for craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. And if you're enjoying this deep dive, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because upcoming episodes will explore more rare coins, mistakes, and hidden gems that could be hiding in plain sight. And beginners need to know the value of proper storage. Keep your coin in a protective holder, avoid exposure to moisture or scratches, and never clean it, because improper handling can drastically reduce value. And the 1980-70 penny is no exception, as collectors demand pristine condition, proper grading, and verified rarity to pay top dollar. And when you finally understand the dynamics of scarcity, demand, and authentication, you start seeing coins not just as change but as potential legacies, investments, and stories frozen in metal. And that's why videos like this are essential, because they equip you with knowledge that could one day help you spot a $10 million coin in your own pocket, drawer, or jar. And the 1980-70 penny continues to circulate, quietly waiting for the right person to recognize it, submit it for grading, and bring it to the market, where it could fetch the incredible face value that has fascinated collectors for decades. And beginners should take heart that even small steps, like checking old coin rolls, learning minting history, and understanding grading standards, can prepare you for the moment of discovery. Because in the world of numismatics, knowledge is just as valuable as the coins themselves, and the story of the 1980-70 penny is living proof that patience, observation, and curiosity can turn ordinary coins into extraordinary wealth. And as we wrap up this massive exploration, remember to like, subscribe, and keep searching, because your next life-changing discovery could be just one coin away, and never underestimate the power of small details, careful inspection, and the thrill of uncovering a hidden treasure that has been waiting for decades to be found. Next, 1979 no mint mark 1 cent USA coin could secretly be worth an astonishing $13 million. And today we're diving into the full story of this remarkable coin, from its accidental creation to the way it has captured the imagination of collectors and investors around the world. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because every tip I'm about to share could put you on the path to discovering your own life-changing treasure. And here's why the 1979 no mint mark penny is so extraordinary. In 1979, the US Mint produced billions of pennies, yet a very small number escaped the mint without the official mint mark, a tiny detail that seems insignificant to the untrained eye but instantly creates massive rarity and extreme value in the collector market. And beginners need to understand that rarity doesn't always mean a coin looks unusual. Often, the most valuable coins are indistinguishable from ordinary pennies unless you know exactly what to look for, which is why secret tips for beginners are so crucial. Always inspect the mint mark area with magnification, compare weights if possible, examine the luster and strike carefully, and never dismiss a coin simply because it looks normal, because hidden within ordinary circulation could be a fortune waiting to be discovered. And the story of the 1979 no mint mark penny is a perfect example of this principle, as many of these coins circulated unknowingly for decades, changing hands in stores, jars, and collections before anyone realized their significance. And the excitement in the collector world is palpable because each verified 1979 no mint mark penny fuels bidding wars, drives auction prices higher, and strengthens its reputation as one of the most desirable coins in modern numismatics. And if you ever find yourself in possession of one, it's essential to know where and how to sell it to maximize its value, because rushing to sell without proper authentication could cost you millions. And the best approach is to have your coin professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, ensuring its authenticity, rarity, and condition are documented, after which you can sell through trusted channels such as heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, Great Collections, or even private buyers who specialize in ultra-rare coins. And beginners must always take precautions against scams, verify buyers' reputations, use secure platforms, document every transaction, and never allow an unverified buyer to handle your coin without protection, because when you're dealing with potential multi-million-dollar coins, caution is your best ally. And the thrill of discovering a 1979 no mint mark penny cannot be overstated, as it represents not just a chance at wealth but a tangible connection to history, a piece of American minting legacy that survived decades unnoticed and now has the power to change a life. And the beauty of rare coin collecting lies in its unpredictability. You could check a jar of pennies, a box of old coins from a relative, or even loose change from a thrift store and stumble upon the coin that turns the ordinary into the extraordinary. And for beginners, understanding minting history is critical because these errors are not random. They happen during specific periods, with particular mechanical processes, and often during years of transition or unusually high production. And 1979 was one of those pivotal years, making this penny a crown jewel for collectors who know how to identify it. And even though the coin appears mundane, its story is extraordinary, because it's a reminder that hidden treasures often exist in plain sight, waiting for the observant, patient, and curious collector. And the market for these coins continues to grow as more people realize the value of minor minting anomalies, creating a perfect storm of scarcity, demand, and historical significance that drives auction prices ever higher. And while the excitement is immense, beginners must remember the importance of preservation. Store the coin in a protective holder, avoid cleaning, handle minimally, and maintain optimal environmental conditions to prevent scratches, corrosion, or other damage that could reduce value, because condition is everything when dealing with ultra-rare coins. And once authenticated and graded, a 1979 no mint mark penny can reach astonishing sums in auctions or private sales, sometimes selling for millions in a single transaction, making it one of the most sought-after coins in modern U.S. minting history. And the psychology behind this phenomenon is fascinating because collectors don't just buy coins, they buy history, rarity, and the thrill of owning something almost nobody else in the world possesses. And that's why each confirmed discovery of a 1979 no-mint mark penny causes a ripple throughout the collector community, reinforcing its legendary status and further cementing its value. And beginners need to embrace the mindset of careful observation and continuous learning, because even a small detail overlooked today could be the difference between walking past a fortune or uncovering a life-changing treasure. And the beauty of this journey is that it's accessible. With patience, knowledge, and dedication, anyone can learn to recognize minting errors, track historical patterns, and spot coins with potential high value. And imagine the excitement when someone realizes they've had a $13 million penny in their possession all along, hidden among ordinary coins, perhaps in a jar, drawer, or pocket, a moment that transforms ordinary life into extraordinary. And as we conclude this exploration, remember to like, subscribe, and keep hunting, because rare coins like the 1979 no-mint mark penny don't announce themselves. They wait quietly, silently, and patiently for the observant collector to recognize their true worth. And your next fortune could be as simple as examining your own change, studying minting history, applying beginner tips, and taking careful steps to authenticate, preserve, and sell through trusted channels, because in the world of numismatics, knowledge, curiosity, and patience are the keys to unlocking life-changing treasures. And this 1979 penny is living proof that even the smallest, most ordinary-seeming objects can hold unimaginable value, and every day you wait, another collector could be discovering what might have been yours. So stay vigilant, study diligently, and never underestimate the power of a single coin in the right hands. Next, 1994 penny with no mint mark, and little do you know that this very coin could be worth an astounding $6 million. And today we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1994 no mint mark 1 cent USA coin, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance but carries a hidden fortune for collectors. So make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because every insight I'm about to share could put you on the path to discovering a life-changing treasure, and here's why. This coin is so extraordinary. In 1994, the US Mint produced billions of pennies with strict quality control, yet a rare few slipped through the system without the official mint mark, creating a coin that is highly coveted for its scarcity, historical context, and the thrill of error collecting. And beginners need to understand that rarity often hides behind ordinary appearances, meaning the most valuable coins might look just like the ones you've spent dozens of times, which is why secret tips are critical. Always examine the mint mark area carefully under magnification, check weight if possible, observe subtle differences in luster, strike, and overall surface, and never dismiss a coin just because it seems normal, because hidden among everyday pennies could be a $6 million fortune. And the story of the 1994 no-mint mark penny is a perfect illustration of how small oversights at the mint can create massive value decades later, as these coins quietly circulated in change jars, collections, and forgotten drawers before collectors recognized their rarity. And the excitement in the numismatic community is intense, as every confirmed example sparks bidding wars, drives auction prices up, and reinforces the legendary status of this coin, making it one of the most desirable modern-era pennies. And if you ever find yourself in possession of one, it's essential to know where and how to sell it, because rushing or selling without authentication could cost millions. And the best course of action is to have the coin professionally graded by trusted services like PCGS or NGC to certify its rarity, authenticity, and condition, after which you can sell through top auction houses such as Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or Great Collections, or even private buyers specializing in rare coins. And beginners must always exercise caution, verify buyers' reputations, use secure platforms, document every transaction, and never allow handling without protection. Because when millions of dollars are at stake, security is paramount, and the thrill of discovering a 1994 no-mint mark penny is unparalleled, representing not just potential wealth but a direct connection to U.S. minting history and the fascinating world of numismatic errors. And the beauty of collecting is that it turns ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures, teaching patience, observation, and knowledge that can pay off in unexpected ways. And the market for these pennies continues to grow because scarcity, demand, and historical significance intersect perfectly, creating an environment where smart, informed collectors can see astronomical returns, and beginners should remember the importance of proper storage. Keep the coin in a protective holder, avoid cleaning, handle minimally, and store in a stable environment to prevent scratches, corrosion, or discoloration. Because condition is everything in the valuation of ultra-rare coins, and once authenticated and graded, a 1994 no mint mark penny can command incredible sums at auction or in private sales, making it one of the most sought-after coins from the modern era. And collectors don't just buy coins, they buy rarity, history, and the thrill of owning something almost no one else has. And that's why the discovery of such a coin creates waves throughout the community, reinforcing its legendary status, and beginners should embrace continuous learning, careful observation, and patience, because even a small detail overlooked today could be the difference between missing a fortune and uncovering a multi-million-dollar treasure. And the excitement of rare coin hunting is that anyone, anywhere, could stumble upon a valuable penny in a jar, drawer, thrift store, or collection, and that possibility transforms ordinary life into a real-life treasure hunt. And as we conclude this exploration, remember to like, subscribe, and continue your search. Because rare coins like the 1994 no mint mark penny wait silently for the observant collector to recognize their true worth, and your next fortune could be just one coin away. And in the world of numismatics, curiosity, knowledge, and patience are your greatest allies, as demonstrated by the story of this remarkable penny, proving that even the most ordinary seeming objects can carry unimaginable value, and every moment spent studying, observing, and handling coins brings you closer to discovering treasures that have been waiting decades to be found. So stay vigilant, keep learning, and never underestimate the hidden potential of a single coin in your possession.